Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here. We are just going to go right ahead and dive in to your reading today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am very excited to have you here. These are general readings, so please keep that in mind and only take what resonates and leave the rest, right? Okay, here we go. We're going to try to take a look at what the person you're dealing with, what their emotions are, what they're thinking, and like what situation you're facing here. We're just going to try to see what's going on for Pisces. Please, Spirit, show us, what does Pisces need to know? Okay. Pisces. Wow, okay. So your first card actually to fall out was freedom. And then you had the stuck energy. Then you have tame and illuminate. And then you have love that flipped in the deck and stayed in the deck. So it's its own message. And it almost feels like the rest of these cards are sort of a response to this feeling of love. I'm sorry if you guys hear the squeaking. Let me plug my microphone in. You know, I have my little grand dog for the summer while my daughter does her internship. Okay, so what I see here is I feel that there... Okay. For some of you, every single time, Pisces, I swear, it's almost like this is the effect you have on people or something, because there's, I feel almost an energy of past people and new people and even people you haven't met yet. But it's almost like you, freedom has been this huge energy in your readings. Honey, go play with Bhakti. Go take that to Bhakti. Maybe Bhakti wants to play. Grand Dogma's busy. There's been this huge energy of freedom. And, you know, freedom is one of those things where first we must have it for ourselves. It's like putting the oxygen mask on yourself and then helping your child. But we have to, I don't want to, we must be free ourselves in order to help free others. And a lot of times we help free others by showing them there's a different way. And we do that by being the reflection. And I feel that energy here because when we are free, and Pisces have a tendency to be very free-spirited people, to sort of march to the beat of their own drum and to not really care. You know, you're gorgeous and fashionable and know a lot about music, but you're not like somebody who follows every trend. You know, if you happen to love the music that's on trend, no problem. But you probably loved it when it was an indie band or when it was, you know what I'm saying? It's like every Pisces I know is like they can spot the gem in the treasure box. You know what I mean? Or like, I just don't know, but you know, I feel like you know. And, so there's almost this sense of not being afraid to be who you are, or not being afraid to have an opinion or to be curious, to seek for yourself the answer, to seek for yourself your opinion, to seek for yourself what you desire and what you want and what's important to you and what your priorities are. There's not this need to be like everybody else and to, well, you know, society says that I should be like this because I'm this age, or I'm this, or I'm that, so I should conform to this. Like you're definitely okay being who you are. You're not going to let outside ideas or other people keep you stuck in the same sense that other people will, by kind of being sheep, right? You're not a sheep. And in that way, you guys are really quiet leaders. But you lead by the joy you take in being yourself. Because what it is then other people are looking at you and they're seeing you do this. And they're sort of envious because nobody really is a cookie cutter person. We're not cookie cuttered. We're not all with the same likes and dislikes and with the same opinion and the same judgment and the same this and the same that. We're not. We're just not. We're not cut out that way. We're not supposed to be, and we're not. Fundamentally, we're not. But we pretend to be, right? And so when someone who's pretending to be that sees a Pisces being, completely unafraid to be themselves and to express themselves and to march to the beat of their own drum, at first there can be a little bit of judgment and hate. And then it kind of turns to, or the basis of that or the foundation of that is really envy. Because what you're reflecting back to that person is their own desire to be that way, but their own inability to be in alignment with their own uniqueness, if that makes sense. And so there is this energy, Pisces, of I think you come into other people's lives a bit free. I see this horse, and I always think of horses as wild, even though I rode horses for years, and they're really beautiful, beautiful, very, very, very special creatures. And then there's this freedom where this chain is breaking. And so there's this energy of, it's like your freedom, your wildness, your, you living in your truth is a confrontation to people who don't and who aren't. And it feels like either you have been intimately involved with someone like this, or possibly you have a secret admirer of somebody who's watching you and observing you like this, or this is something to where you may have triggered people multiple times in the past. And it may just be sort of part of your path or part of the effect that you have on the world around you. Because we're here to live our soul path. We're not here to be carbon copies of each other, right? Like that person's already taken. And who the hell decided what was right and what was wrong and who we were supposed to be and who we weren't supposed to be anyway? And how did they know more about life than we did? I mean, because I'm not going to go super into it, but I mean, people who say I am this way because of my religion or because of this or because of that, a lot of times are people who talk the talk but don't walk the walk. I mean, we see it time after time, it gets exposed. So anyway, I'm not going to get into it because that's really off topic, but there's just this energy of you tend to come across stuck people and sort of show them that there is another way to live and that it is a happier, truer, more aligned way to live. Because Pisces, even if you're unhappy, even if you're suffering, even if you're kind of going through it, you can turn to your music, you can turn to your artistry, you can turn to your creativity, there are so many interests, there are so many places where you can put your energy that you already have some basis in a lot of times because you foster things like that, because you nurture things like that within yourself. And these people, when they lose their carbon copy group, right, they're lost because their entire identity is wrapped up in that. And so anyway, wow, what a whole reading this is already. You guys have this energy of where other people may have tried to tame you in the past, or may have tried to figure you out, or to even get to know you, or to study you, or to understand you. But I feel like a lot of times there is sort of a judgment, or an envy, or something. You cannot be friends with people who are jealous of you. You can't, because what they do is they look at your life and they think they deserve it. So they absolutely can't be happy for you, because they feel like you don't deserve it and they do deserve it, because they're jealous. It's about them. It isn't about you. It isn't about your success. It isn't about you living your truth. You can't be in relationships with people who are jealous of you. And I feel like that is sort of a response that you guys have a tendency to elicit, is, just because more than anything, more than being rich even, people want to have the freedom to be who they are. That is the most important thing. That is the thing that brings us the most joy, is our own authenticity. And so the closer we are to that authenticity, the closer we are to our ability to experience true connection to ourselves, to the world around us, to other people, having other people like us because we are stepping outside our truth and being who they think we should be, or being a carbon copy type person. We're not really being liked for who we are. And that tends to come with a lot of self-loathing, because you're going to sell your soul just to fit in. And unfortunately, that group is a rather large group of our population. That's why I literally love doing Pisces readings. There's just so much I can say in a Pisces reading that I could never say in another signs reading. I really cherish you guys, and you're so important to the world. But it even says, your light helped me out of my darkness. So I think, sometimes your courage to be yourself has actually had a bigger impact than possibly you even realize on the people around you. They may have gone through dark nights of the soul where they've lost their entire friend group, because that's what happens when you're not friends on a deep level of understanding and love. Then you are dispensable, and when someone can kick you to the curb, they were just using you, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's what people like this do. They use you for popularity, they use you for Instagram, they use you for a lot of different things. And so there's this energy of possibly you have someone from the past who has come to this realization and has been through a very difficult and dark time, and thinking about you, and thinking about the way you've lived your life, and thinking about the fact that maybe you didn't always have a ton of friends, or maybe you weren't always surrounded by a lot of people, but there is a certain joy, with you, that comes from living your truth. I mean, it's such a basic thing, but you can live the simplest life. We see all the time those people living off grid in tiny houses, growing their own food, and, on YouTube, there's tons of them. But they're living their truth. They don't need money. They don't need approval. They don't need validation. They don't need any of those things. They need to know that they are capable of sustaining their own life and living their truth and discovering in deeper ways all of the time by living in their authenticity and not being distracted with commercials and billboards and people telling them who they should be and who they shouldn't be. There is a happiness, a real joy in that. So anyway, when you serve as a source of light for someone, and I feel for some of you, it's like you met somebody at their worst, or you went through some of the darkest days or the darkest moments with someone. And I think there's almost this energy of, I used to tell my sister when she was going through a really nasty custody battle, I would just tell her, you know, if you need me to come over and just sit next to you while you fill out paperwork or while you send your emails or while you watch TV or whatever, just call me. And we don't have to talk, and you don't have to tell me anything about anything unless you want to, but I can sit beside you. And she used to take me up on it all the time, and I used to just go and literally sit next to her. And there's kind of that energy here of it's almost like whether you knew it or not, whether you acknowledged it or not, whether that is what you offered or not, there's a level of consistency or a level of showing up, reliability that matters to this person. It might matter a whole lot more than you even realize. I feel like this person has been stuck for a long time. I feel like I'm talking more about a past person right now, but I definitely don't feel like the past person is the only person. This can be people in your environment. This could even be your parents, your siblings, you know, just, I don't know, Pisces. I feel like it's almost like you have profoundly affected the world around you in a way of not giving up, of persevering, of, you know, I'm seeing the High Priestess and the Hangman here, of just, you know, always looking for a perspective that serves your highest and best. Always, you know, being willing to introspect and look back and, you know, really kind of unpack what happened until you find that gift that you're looking for, or the gift that you know is there in the experience. I feel like with the High Priestess, it is sort of, it is like you're you with you, but also then connected to something super spiritual, super guided. And there's almost this sense about you in both of these energies that it's almost like an unshakable energy, even though I'm sure you all have felt shaken many times. It's a space that you can return to get yourself back together, or to come back into alignment. You never really lose it. I'm not really sure. I just, you know, I feel like sometimes I'm just the giver of the messenger. I'm just the giver of the message. And like, it's not for me to understand. But there's just this energy of, you know, you have a kind of strength that other people don't totally understand. They may admire it. They may be jealous of it. They may not, they may almost judge it because they don't understand it, because they don't possess it. You know, which when you think somebody else has the power that you don't have, your immediate reaction is to be like, well, why don't I have that power? And if you're weak and you don't want to work to develop it, or you don't want to say, wow, I'm really inspired by that, let me see, I'm sure I must have it too, or I must have the capacity to at least uncover it in part. Hey, guys, hey, I'm busy. Bunchy, honey, no barking. Sorry, guys. She's so cute. I wish maybe I'll post a picture. She's just absolutely freaking adorable. But anyway, there's just this energy of an inner strength, an inner knowing. You were born you, you're gonna die you. You are the thing that you have to take care of beyond anything else in this world, because you are what you have. You are the unchanging. You will obviously completely evolve in this life, but that fact won't change. You will always have yourself. It will always be you with you. So how you care for yourself, how you love yourself, how you heal yourself, how you feed yourself, how you nurture yourself, those are the things that really matter the most, because that is your longevity. That is the depth and the vastness of your experience depends on those things. So, so anyway, I don't know. I feel like I'm going way off the topic, but at the same time, that is the energy of this reading. And, you know, I feel like for some of you, there's a past person who is madly in love with you, who completely admires you. But I think there is this bit of them that feels a little bit like, I don't know if I can match you stride for stride, you know, that energy of the Chariot. It's like, I don't know if I'm as capable as you think I am, or as you give me credit for being. Because I look at you and I see something that I'm just not always capable of. So we definitely have, for a lot of you, a past person that has had a real hard time rising to meet the occasion of loving you. And I think for some of you, there just are examples of this throughout your life. I feel this energy of sprinkled in almost every situation. You are having this effect on people that you may not even realize. And I think that this is important to your reading, because I actually think that your karma is tied to this. You know, we have acts of service and stuff that we do intentionally. Being kind to people, helping people, da-da-da-da-da. And then we have acts of service that we do without even realizing it. And I think for a lot of you, the way that you have stayed true to yourself, the way you have lived a life of integrity, you may not have always been right. You may not have always, you know, I don't even know what to say, but you may not have always gotten a lot of external validation, but I feel like you're about to be validated. You know what I mean? I feel like you're on the precipice of receiving the fruit of this labor, or the sort of the good that comes back to you from living this sort of like honest, authentic life. All right. But I don't feel like we're just talking about past people here. All right. Wow. Okay. For some of you may live in a cold weather place, or some of you may have had a particular experience in your version of winter, possibly even around snow or some kind of weather system. I don't know. I know that's probably not for everyone. It's very super specific. It never snows where I live. But I am really like feeling the coldness of that card. In fact, someone may have bolted, someone may have run during the winter. There is this energy where possibly there was another person involved, or there was a feminine giving split energy, like giving to two places, or trying to invest, or trying to sort of multitask their relationships. And it feels like this feminine, if that's the case, there's sort of this energy of them not being really happy in their situation, and that's why they're always looking over their shoulder. Or there's almost an energy of like being bored, or having, it's almost like, you see how she's wearing this like pretty dress, like she has all the accoutrements of a good life, I guess you would say, but like it's not fulfilling her, so it's probably emotional needs that are not being met, or something like that. for a lot of you, I feel like there's a third party situation. There's a situation where someone is giving, they're splitting their energy in half and giving some to you and giving some to someone else. Or this is, yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with that. I feel like there's this energy of where, Pisces, you may be trying to seek some kind of compromise. You may be like, okay, you need to run. All right, let me grab my running shoes and I'll run next to you. Okay, this is your situation. Okay, then let me, for some people, I'm getting they're dealing with someone who travels, possibly even for work. But there's just this energy of like, okay, I'll go with you. Okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, there's like a willingness on your part to sort of deal with the circumstances, whatever they are, or to sort of just make them work. And but I feel like what you're dealing with is someone who's actually somewhat avoidant. It says escape from emotion and confusion on the run. So Pisces, you make this person feel things, you make this person confront things about their own life, truths about their own life that they're just not ready to like open up and see or unbury or I don't know, uncover. I don't know. I'm looking for a particular word. I don't know why it matters so much. Anyway, on the bottom of the deck, you have appreciate. Today I am grateful. Your twin appreciates you, sees the blessing, and practice appreciation. There is this energy running through from this line and this line of where, you know, your light helped to guide me out of my darkness. You are helping to illuminate someone or multiple people in their path, that there is a different way and that they can, in fact, live in their authenticity and their truth. And there is a joy, there is a self-satisfaction that comes from that. There is an energetic note that happens when we live our truth, when we live our authenticity, when we live in our integrity. And I feel like while this person may not have been ready to be that brave, certainly knowing and understanding the benefit or seeing the benefit of it is definitely encouraging this person to continue to look at it, to continue to mull it over, to possibly even continue to take very small steps towards that. All right. You have this energy of my love only belongs to you on the bottom of the deck. Wow. There is someone here that knows they need to heal. They know they are not ready for this. And there's almost an energy of like not wanting to mess it up, but not being able to really communicate what we're really feeling here, or what we're really thinking, or what we're really experiencing. It's like I can't even put words to it. So what you're getting is, what if you come back and I moved on, she asked. If it's meant to be, that won't happen, he replied. The betrayal needs healing before the reunion. I'm on my way back to you. Hold on. Summertime, our love will shine. So there could be someone who's running, but they're running with the intent of coming back. They're running with the intent of kind of knowing that there's no one that they're going to love as much, or no one that's going to bring as much into their life as you have, and as you do, and as you are. And it feels like there's almost this element of trusting. But Pisces, I don't know. I definitely feel the sense of multiple people in your energy. It's not just about this past person. This past person is not the only person that is in your energy or that exists or is your only option. I feel that strongly here. All right. And I feel this past person takes for granted that you know that their love only belongs to you. I feel like, you know, especially if they're splitting energy between multiple people, they're kind of in their own head like, yeah, but the only one I love, the one means nothing to me. It's just easy. And the other one I love with my whole heart, which is why I'm running from them. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. All right, so we're getting the Emperor and the Diviner of Cups and the Five of Wands. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Emperor with the Five of Wands. So there is and even if you look at this, you know, she's got this third eye. She's clearly connected. She's clearly in this energy of having a deep inner knowing here. And even with this hand, I don't know if this is her red hair or if this is a red string of fate, but there is this energy of understanding something about my destiny or something about what is meant for me here. With the Diviner of, with the Five of Wands here, there's a blockage, there's a delay, there's a problem. There's something that we have to overcome. This could be external interference. You know, I see all of these hands in here. This can be, you know, things that we have to overcome. This can be where I almost want so many things that I don't know which thing to focus on, and until I figure that out, I'm sort of stuck. But what is required here is for someone to step into their divinity, someone to step into their highest and best energy and to take control. And I feel it's your person and showing up as the Emperor, but it doesn't have to be a masculine. And the Emperor is Aries energy, but it doesn't have to be an Aries. What are you doing? Yeah, so you've got, wow, man, oh man. You've got this energy of someone who they may have been in and out. They may be someone that shows up like, I want this so bad. And then it leads to a really difficult ending. This can be someone who has to go through some kind of, you know, completion in their life before they are able to really choose what they want or go after what they want. And with the Ten of Swords, this could be a really harsh thought cycle. It could be where, you know, their thoughts are not supportive of them going forward in life or being brave or actually going for what they desire here. And with the Son of Cups, it's like stepping into your authenticity and following your heart. So there is just this energy of, I have to stop telling myself that I'm not good enough. I have to stop telling myself I'm not worthy of it. I have to stop telling myself, I have to stop telling myself the things that don't support the action that I'm trying to take. I have to complete the cycle. Wow. Okay. So some of you may not be speaking to this person, or you may not really know what's going on with this person. With the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Wands, this person feels like the only way they're going to have success or victory here, the only way they're going to overcome or complete this cycle is by themselves. With the Diviner of the Swords and the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Wands, I feel like if this person is splitting time with someone else or is in a connection with, is kind of putting you in a third party situation, or did, or tried to, there's kind of this energy of how that is not in alignment with them. And they may either ghost or break this off. What I really see is someone who, when they clear their mind of everything that is stopping them, all of their fears, all of their worries, all of the negative crap that they tell themselves, they realize that what they truly desire is to move forward, is to be able to sort of like walk in the door and say all of the things that they really want to say but can't, because they're still in some kind of a messy situation here, even if it's them with them. I almost see someone who's kind of envisioning themselves being able to say, I broke it off with this person, or, I cut out everything that I was doing. Stop. That was preventing me from having success, or preventing me from being able to come towards you. It's like they want to come in and be the hero or to say the right things, but there's kind of this energy of it would be a lie right now. And so if they know what they want to say and they can envision themselves saying it, then they know what they have to do. And there's kind of this energy with the Seven of Wands and the Four of Swords where it's like, I have to get rid of the fear. I have to open up to living my best life. I have to open up to this energy of being healthy, setting my own foundation on a space where I'm not cutting myself down and telling myself how impossible it is for me to have success or for me to be able to do this. So it can be someone who's in a particular situation with a four. They could be married. They could, it could be part of their foundation. It could be, passed down from their parents. It could be part of their circumstance or their living situation. But it feels like foundational thinking. And it's something that they tell themselves over and over again that prevents them from going in the direction of their dreams or going for what they truly desire. This person is learning a very deep spiritual lesson with the Sun of Coins, and they're learning a spiritual lesson of putting one foot in front of the other and making a solid move, taking a solid step in the direction that they want to move toward. And this person is like, there's definitely an understanding that in order for them to do this, they have to kind of be by themselves. They have to make this choice and they have to defend it at all costs. Sometimes they say, like, when you have an idea for a business or you have a creative thought or you have something, you protect it. You don't tell people, because everybody has their own opinion. Some people are going to be super supportive and then they're going to tell you how to do it. And whatever they're going to offer you is maybe a really kind thing, and it says, hey, yeah, I really believe in you and let me give you my best to help you get started. But it may not be as valuable as what you know and what you have thought of. And so what it does is it clouds it, it waters it down, your own true seed, right? And then there are other people who are going to tell you how that's stupid and impossible because they don't want you to be better than them. They don't want you to surpass them in life. And so they're going to cut you down and make you plant a whole bunch of ideas in your head about how stupid it is and how it's not going to work. And so with the Seven of Wands here around the Six of Wands, and the Four of Swords, it's just giving me this feeling of someone who needs to be alone with their thoughts, who needs to come to this conclusion by themselves, and who needs to protect this idea of victory that they're having, or what victory looks like, or what action even they will take in order to have this victory. It's like they don't want to let people around them know. They want to kind of keep it to themselves. They don't want to be talked out of it. They don't want anybody telling them how to do it. It's like they understand this is a seed that they have to protect, and that until they're ready to take the action, or until the action has even been taken possibly, the best chance for success is to just not speak it with the Four of Swords. I feel like there is someone actively trying to dissuade them from moving beyond where they're at, period. Like, they may not know what this person is planning or thinking, but with the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Swords, it's someone who they intentionally speak things that are deceptive or saboteur-ish to someone over and over and over again. And I feel like because this person recognizes it, this person understands it, this person knows that. And I feel like that's why this person too is keeping it very close to the vest. I feel like this is a bit of a spiritual lesson that this person has learned of, you know, if I really want to do this, I can't tell all the other copycats what I'm doing, you know, that I'm branching out and doing something completely on my own, or doing something totally unpredictable, or doing something that, you know, doesn't really go along with the group here. Let me see what the best possible outcome is in this situation for you, Pisces. You know, I feel like today you're getting a message kind of about where a past person's at, or what a past person is going through. But I'm just going to tell you, I actually feel much more like it is about almost explaining the karma that's about to come towards you, and through the eyes of another person, and the effect that you have had on them. And I don't think that it's just this person, Pisces. It feels like you have lived in your authenticity, even when it's been hard, even when it's been lonely, even when it's been whatever it's been for you, the experience of it. And I feel like you have served as some kind of inspiration to not just this person, but people that I feel like you would be shocked about. People that you feel like you barely know, people that you were acquaintances, you know what I mean? That, you know, you just said hi to every day, or, you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, even like people that, you know, like let's say you travel on the subway, and it's like you find yourself in this car, you know, with the same person or the same group sometimes repeatedly. And it's like maybe at first they judged you for your outfit, or for the way you did something, you know, but then over time it's like what really came for this person to understand or realize or know is that there is something in your aura, there is a happiness, there is a satisfaction that comes with authenticity that, you know, inspired this person on some level. It's crazy. I really see this, but I see this as being the energy that's coming back towards you. You have been brave, you have been strong, you have taken the path less traveled, and that's what we're supposed to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. Okay, but let me just give you the best possible outcome here with this person. Best possible outcome. Whoa. For Pisces. Oh my. Okay. Oh my. So Pisces, you start off, that Wheel of Fortune came flying out by itself. There is a change on the horizon in this situation. Even if it's not for you and this person, like even if you're not interested in getting back together with this person, even if you have totally moved on, what a beautiful thing to know that you helped to set someone free from their own entrapment. With the Five of Wands, we saw that energy in the very beginning of the tarot, right? With the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. There could be outside interference. There could be some kind of blockage. But with Temperance, whatever it is, it can be healed. Whatever it is, it can be mended. Whatever it is, we can reground and we can recenter. Temperance is giving me this energy of this person with the divine, or this person with the guidance of the divine, or this person going through some kind of transformation through healing and the divine. With the Page of Pentacles, we saw this in the other reading. This is about this spiritual lesson that this person comes to find through this experience. And with Temperance, this may have taken a really long time. I mean, years even for some of you. It is the energy, Temperance is Sagittarius, and you also have the Chariot, which is Cancer, and Hermit, which is Virgo, and the Wheel of Fortune, which is all the fixed signs, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus. So this person is finding their own stability and their own strength. And this may be for the first time in their life. The more we heal our wounding, the more we are operating from a stable place. And the more we operate from a stable place, the more abundance we have, because we're not getting triggered and self-sabotaging ourselves and taking one step forward and 3 steps backwards. We're coming from a place of knowing what we're capable of, and a place of really believing that the world is a good place where there is more than enough for all of us. And when we come from that place, we come from a place of love, and we come from that place of being truly happy for people when good things happen for them, because we know that that is good for the collective consciousness, and that it doesn't mean that you're taking that piece of the pie, so now I don't have access to that piece of the pie at all. There is more than enough for everyone. And so that with that comes a certain kind of faith. With that comes a certain kind of strength and ability to show up, an ability to be reliable, and an ability to kind of commit and mean it and have something behind that. You know, it's like the value of a dollar bill without Fort Knox is really nothing but the paper it's printed on, right? But with Fort Knox, you know, and that's what this is. It's like, this is someone who's showing up, and there is a value to what they say. There is a value to what they offer. With the Eight of Wands, it feels like there is some communication coming in. This is the second Eight of Wands you're getting. Eight of Wands for me is like a dead card that really, truly means communication. With the Knight of Swords also, this is someone who, after this time of figuring out who they are, figuring out what they need, protecting this desire, protecting this plan for success, or this idea of what success or victory will look like, not sharing it with anyone, but just sort of quietly making it happen, or getting themselves to that place. There's this energy of them rushing in to speak their truth with the Knight of Swords, leading into the Chariot. And their truth is, I'm ready. Remember in the beginning of the reading how I said to you, I feel like this person is truly, excuse my fingernails, I got a manicure with my daughter, and it just didn't last. I didn't get gel because I was afraid it would ruin my nails, and I like to change my polish. But excuse my nails. It was only a few days ago. But what I'm trying to tell you is, with this energy, I told you, this person views you as someone who is strong, someone who has integrity, someone who has authenticity, someone who has a strength of a spirit that they currently don't possess, or that they didn't possess at the time. And therefore, they felt that if they were to enter into some kind of union with you, something long term, eventually their side of the wheels of the wagon would fall off, because they may not have believed in themselves the way that you believed in them. And they may have sensed that they were not ready, that they were not prepared, that they were not healed. But with the Knight of Swords coming into the Chariot, they're saying, okay, I've taken the time. I figured it out. I'm ready. I'm rushing in to tell you that I can do it now. All right, Pisces, let's get you some messages. Sorry, I got the hiccups. I don't know where they came from. I was drinking a smoothie. All right. I see life differently now. If you're dealing with a water sign, I wonder if you're happy without me. I want to be more than friends. Soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. I'm not over you. You were the best thing in my life. Your intellect arouses me. Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. If you're dealing with a fire sign, we need to let each other go. I feel like this is what this person may have said the last time that they saw you. I hid who I really am from you. I wonder how you feel. I left you before you could leave me. This is someone who believes that they're not prepared to be the other half of this Chariot. I know you don't feel the same, which is, I know you believe in me more than I believe in myself. I trusted you, like I do believe you. I feel the sexual tension. You also have just being near you is intoxicating. This is someone who's, in the beginning stages of this process, I feel like, if you're dealing with a fire sign. If you're dealing with an earth sign, I watch your social media. You let me down. True love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. Finding out the truth crushed me. I want you. I feel you leaving me behind. I have trouble with intimacy. We will be together again. I can't do this. And longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. If you are dealing with an air sign, I saw a card flip. Here it is. I will wait for a sign from you. I still feel the pain. Unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve. Boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. Rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. I want to make amends, and it's time for me to heal now. So Pisces, this is what I have for you today. I just want to address something because I got a comment yesterday that really frosted my jaws. So I am introducing a membership. The purpose of me introducing a membership, one, is to interact with you guys that are really interested on a more personal level than I can on YouTube. Two, it's the closest thing in the way that it works in my head. It is going to be the closest thing that you can get to a private reading with me. A private reading with me is $75 on Mondays for a half an hour, and on Saturdays, a half an hour is $150. So me offering this membership, it is not a private reading. I won't do private readings. I may do like where I'll pull one card or, tap into energy or whatever from time to time. Like we'll see how that works. But it is the closest thing that I can offer you. A, because I'm going to go live and we will be able to communicate through the chat. Two, because I'm going to every once in a while do an extended to my reading where I will look at every single sign and how that sign, what's going on with that sign in particular. I'm not going to do it all the time. I may do 1 or 2 a month of extendeds, but I do think it's important because I don't want to, because I think it's important, okay? And so I got a comment yesterday that was like, I stop watching people when they start having a membership because they wet your whistle in the reading and then they take it over to this other place where you have to pay to watch, blah, 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 blah. All right. I definitely have watched tarot card readings, especially like when I was first starting out and figuring out how to read for masses instead of just reading for, a friend who's sitting in front of me. And I definitely know what you're talking about, but to put me in that kind of stereotype really frosts my jaws, because if you watch any single reading of mine, I would hope that you would be able to, one, see that isn't me, but 2, even by looking at the length of time that I spend on a reading, and I spend whatever time I feel is needed. I don't sit down at my table when I'm like, okay, I gotta go in 5 minutes, guys. I gotta cut this reading off. Oh, look at the time. It's been 10 minutes. This reading is over. Oh, I'm trying to just do a 20-minute reading today. I don't do that. I sit here until I feel the reading is done, until I feel like we have gotten all of the messages that are tied to this energy. And so anyway, we don't even need to talk about that. But it does really frost my jaws. And if it bothers you to that level, to know that there is occasionally an extended reading and you don't want to pay for memberships because you don't believe in it or whatever, then by all means, your energy is not needed here. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm not here for to have 8 million subscribers. That would be lovely because to me that would be such a message of validation, but I'm not here for that. I'm here to connect with like-minded people who are interested in, being spiritual beings, having a human experience, walking each other home. I learn a lot from you guys in your comments. I learn a lot from the experience of just showing up to the table and, being the messenger of this information that I'm passing along. And it is a way for me to tap into and utilize knowledge that I have spent years learning. And so that is why I'm here. So I wow, I don't know. And beyond that, it's I am doing a lot of times an hour-long reading every day for free. And yeah, do I get paid for it? Yeah. But is it a ton of money? No. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What is the value of what I'm giving you? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm also someone who understands, having been an artist my entire life, that you do have to charge people what you think you're worth. And if you don't, then you're sending that message to the universe and to everyone else that your time is worth nothing. And my time is precious to me. My time is precious to me. I already know that there are not enough hours in the day for me to learn and experience and do and see and be all of the things that I want to be in this body, in this life, in this moment. Even just with my husband and my children and my dog, let alone the natural world and everything else. So not to be totally out of control here, but man, that really, and they're not the only person that has said this. And so I just want to address it and just say that I feel like what I am giving you in the membership, what I'm offering, is worth a lot more than what I'm charging. But At the same time, my purpose is to have it accessible to as many people as possible. I know that private readings are not accessible. One, because I only do them on Mondays and Saturdays, and two, because they're expensive. And so this is a way for me to say, okay, here we go, you guys. Like, those of you who are truly, really interested in, you know, hanging out, vibing, talking about big ideas and, you know, whatever comes up, and, you know, doing sips and paints and, you know, hanging out and, you know, getting extended information a couple of times a month possibly. I'm not going to do it for every reading. Would I do it for today's reading? Probably, because this is the type of reading where I think it would be helpful. But not every reading would it be helpful. Not every reading is about the other person as much as today's reading was. So I'm only going to do it when I feel guided, and, you know, I just don't know what to say. Anyway, for the one or two people that make the comments that just make you crazy, for one thing, you know, they represent other people that are thinking and feeling the same thing. So I just want to address it for everyone. But two, they pale in comparison to the amazing people who show up and comment really beautiful things and are here for all the right reasons and are extremely generous and giving in return with their comments, with their support, with the way that they show up. And there are some of you that are regular commenters that comment like almost every reading, and I adore you. I feel like I know you, and I am super, super duper grateful for you. And gosh, you guys, no matter what, no matter if you're the person that writes the good comment or the one that really like sends me, I love you all, and I want the best for all of you. And I will always come from that place. I will always do my best to come from that place. That's what I ground and center my energy in all of the time. And so anyway, I just want to end this by saying I'm sending you off with all my very best. Always, 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 no matter what. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.